Samsung Galaxy Watch 9 is absolutely amazing. Not only we get much improved battery life on this bad boy, also new meg-fast CPU, but also tons of excellent features as well. Probably my favorite feature on this new watch is this new daily cardio load feature that can essentially help you understand how actually active you are during each day. So as you go about your day and also do any exercise, this bar is simply going to fill up and also give you a score. So what's absolutely cool, not only it takes into consideration your tracked activities, but also if you do not track anything at all on your watch. So if you simply wear your watch, go about your day, maybe do some household chores that simply raise your heart rate a bit, it's going to give you credit, and at the end of the day you can see how active you can be and also compare to the previous days as well. Also on this watch we are finally getting Gemini Assistant as well. That is insanely powerful. If you want to launch it, there are two different ways. First, you can simply press and hold this button. Research what are the main differences between the Galaxy Watch 8 and 9.
The Galaxy Watch 9 features a newer Snapdragon Wear Elite processor, larger battery capacities, and enhanced AI-driven health metrics compared to the Galaxy Watch 8.
So yeah, you can literally ask it anything, it will research for you. Also, obviously, it has got insanely good speaker and microphone, so you can literally use it as a mini smartphone as well to make and receive calls. And the other way, how to launch it, you can simply ask it this: "Hey Google, turn on flashlight." Yeah, absolutely amazing. If you want to enable it, simply swipe down, click here on this icon, and then go in the Google Digital Assistant and make sure this is enabled here and this one. By default, if you do not set it up when you get this watch, it won't be enabled, so you have to go here and enable both of these. Also, not only this watch has received a significant battery upgrade, so we are getting 20% larger battery compared to Galaxy Watch 8 and 30% larger battery capacity over Galaxy Watch 7, for example. In real life, the efficiency is actually even better, since the new Wear OS also is tiny bit more efficient. So yeah, there's actually notable jump when it comes to battery performance compared to other watches. But also we have this new battery protection feature as well. So if you swipe down and go in your settings and then navigate to the battery. If you swipe down here, as you see, we have this battery protection now. So if you want to protect your battery in long term, you can enable it, and now your watch will only charge up to 90%. So the most wear on your battery gets placed when you actually charge it past 90%. So if you plan to wear this watch at least for several years, make sure to enable that feature to give you the best long-term battery health on it. Also, not only this watch can measure your blood pressure, also ECG, but also we have this super cool antioxidant feature as well. So what you do is you take off your watch from your wrist and simply place your thumb on the back of the sensor, and it will essentially measure how healthy your diet is. So how many vegetables perhaps you're eating. So if you click here, click measure, so place your thumb on the back of it, and OK. So mine isn't very good. Also, this watch can measure your body composition as well. So confirm your weight and simply place these two fingers on these buttons and stay still. And now you can see how much muscle mass you have, also essentially how fat you are, how much water you have in you, your BMI. So absolutely amazing. Also, we're getting some new cool watch face as well on this watch. If you want to change your watch face, click and hold on the screen, and then if you scroll all the way down, you have add watch face option where you can select a bunch more. So for example, this also is a complete new watch face here. that also has got even compass in it. If you also want to customize what's actually on the watch face, you can click and hold and click customize. And then first, as you see, you can change the clock type, for example, also the color. If you keep scrolling, you can also change these things that are displayed there. And yeah, you can essentially change pretty much everything here. Once you're satisfied, simply go back and it's changed. Also, it's obviously fully interactive as well. For example, if you click these items, you can, for example, start a stopwatch or pretty much anything. Also, check this if you return. Obviously, the stopwatch still runs in the background, and you also get this new dynamic island as well, that you can quickly tap to return to the thing that is running in the background. For example, if you also start a workout. By the way, this watch has got insanely good dual band GPS as well. And yeah, heart rate performance also is actually fairly decent. So yeah, at any time, if you click the button, you can essentially also exit the exercise and do something else on the watch at the same time. And you see the exercise still running in the background. If you tap this, you get returned to the exercise. Also, if you swipe up, you can obviously open up all your apps that you have on your watch. So again, this has got full various system. But if you also scroll all the way down, you have set view option. So where you can enable this list view. So I actually prefer this one. So we have the names of all apps. By the way, if you also want to download any additional app, so you can simply find the Play Store here and click on the search. Or also see you have some selection as well. For example, you can also install WhatsApp and also full Gmail as well, some camera controls and a bunch of other things. But yeah, you would click here. You can click here. As you can type, or also if you swipe up, you can change the voice input, which obviously is going to be 5 times faster. Internet browser. Okay, a typo, but let's see if it actually comes up with. So yeah, it found a Samsung browser that you can download. So yeah, by default, this is not installed. You have to install it if you also want to access the internet browser. Then if you install that, so for example, you can go to Google and search something, for example, stupid cats. Stupid, yeah. Okay. And also we have YouTube as well, obviously, on this watch. Let's compare Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 versus the newest Samsung Galaxy Watch 9. So over here, yeah, I have the, you can also obviously make full screen. In fully black. So yeah, and over here, the Galaxy it's absolutely crazy. We can literally watch YouTube on a smartwatch. Also, this watch has got 32 GB of internal storage where you can store tons of music and listen from the watch. If you want to do that, simply open up the Galaxy Wearable app on your phone and click over here on your watch. Okay, here. Then navigate down here in the Manage Content, Tracks on Watch, and if you click this plus button, you can simply add any songs that you have stored on your phone. Click Add the Watch and it will get transferred. So yeah, as you see, pretty fast actually. And once the tracks are added, sometimes you get notifications. So yeah, if you scroll like this, as you see 2 new music tracks added. So I can easily open it up. So yeah, the speaker quality is absolutely insanely good on this watch as well. And yeah, you can obviously connect earphones or headphones to this watch. And then if you are maybe going somewhere, you don't really have to take your phone with you. You can simply play the music, yeah, through your watch. Also in the same Galaxy wearable app, you can also set up your wallet. So yep, this watch also has got NFC and you can easily pay with it in store. If you want to launch your wallet on the watch itself, you simply press and hold this lower button by default. And you see, yeah, you obviously do have to set it up first. Also, we get one more extremely cool feature on this new watch. So if you go in the Samsung Health app, you should be able to get your fitness index as well. But you obviously do need to wear your watch first for a few days. And then you see it simply will give you a score of how essentially fit you are. And as you basically are exercising more, improving yourself, the score essentially will climb. And you'll be also able to see the history for each day essentially. And also shows you, yeah, for each category, how good you are essentially. Also by default, this watch actually, in order to save a bit more battery, has actually most of the more advanced health features disabled. So if you want to enable, if you want to get the best performance out of this watch, you can simply swipe down and go to your settings and then find your health here. First, in the heart rate, you want to go over here and set it measure continuously. By default, it's only set to measure your heart rate once every 10 minutes, if you obviously aren't exercising. So yeah, if you want to get the most accurate like resting heart rate and a bunch of other things, make sure it's enabled. It obviously will consume slightly more battery. Then also we can enable the stress tracking here. If you go on the sleep, you can also enable the blood oxygen. By default, this is not enabled. So that's weird. So we want to go here. Also see we have snore detection as well that we can enable. Then also we have this hearing monitor. So essentially, yeah, if you are in an environment that is overload, this watch can also monitor that and give you heads up that you should get the hell out of from there. And also we have this AGE's index as well. So this AGE's essentially is very closely related to your blood sugar levels. So if you are maybe suspecting you have diabetes or any of that cool stuff, yeah, then yeah, if you enable this feature, this watch can essentially give you heads up if it suspects you have any of that problems. Also in the same menu here, you can also set up your automatic workout detection as well. So what I like about these Samsung Galaxy watches is that if I maybe start doing some exercise or just start to ride my bike, even if I do not track anything manually, after maybe a minute, it actually will detect pretty much any exercise and start tracking it for you automatically. But by default, it's actually quite limited. So we have to click here and click on the text. So for example, for walking, if you click here, you can also enable the GPS for it. If it's not enabled, it won't track your GPS. So we want to go here and set it on precise. It obviously will use a bit more battery life, but yeah, now you can essentially wear this watch and don't even have to touch the watch to be able to record any exercise. Also, this watch has got very cool gestures as well that we can use to control the watch. So if you swipe down, go in your settings and open the buttons and gestures. For example, you see you have this double press feature. By default, if you press this upper button, it will launch all your background apps, but you can also press that and set it to launch pretty much anything for you. For example, if you want to, let's say, open a phone. So if I go back, if I now double press, I can launch up my phone app. So yeah, obviously we can also make and receive calls from this watch as well. If you also get the LTE version, you don't even have to have your phone in range for this feature to work. So absolutely amazing. And we have a bunch of other ones as well. For example, we have this raise to talk feature. So you can pull up your assistant. So if you simply pull up your watch and simply talk in it. And also you can answer calls in that same way as well. We have this double pinch and shake feature. So if you do this, you can do some things. for example, dismiss some timers, or you can also really shake your watch to dismiss something as well. Then also we have, for example, the knock knock feature. For example, I have set mine to launch a flashlight. So if you check, I see you can easily launch my flashlight here. For example, you see I also have no timer running in the background. So for example, if I double pinch, I can pause the timer now. If I do that again, I can resume it. And yeah, this works pretty much anywhere. If someone is calling you, you can double pinch to maybe like dismiss the call. Also, for example, yeah, if the timer ends, let's say, we can also do the shake to dismiss it, for example. So yeah, as you see, timer gets dismissed. Or I can also double pinch. However, when it comes to charging, Samsung, in my opinion, has totally messed up the charging on this watch, and there are some issues on this watch that you probably should know about. So first, if you are coming from an older Samsung Galaxy Watch, such as maybe Galaxy Watch 4, 5 or 6, then this watch unfortunately doesn't support the wireless power sharing from a phone. So these watches, so the older ones, essentially, if you place it on the back of your phone, you could charge it from your phone. So I see, if I enable this feature, it still kind of starts to charge, but it will throw up error. So we can't do that anymore. Also, when I tested it with any other wireless charger, so for example, Galaxy Watch 8 or 7 could still be charged with other wireless chargers quite easily, but this one still appears like doesn't support like 99% of wireless chargers I have tried with. So again, they have changed something in the charging technology in this watch. However, the great thing about this watch is that it can still be charged from your phone if you are somewhere on the go or maybe traveling. So if you literally take your charger and plug it in your phone, as you see, if you pop it on, it literally starts to charge. So how cool is this? Also, there is one absolutely major issue with some of these Galaxy watches. For example, also mine is affected. Essentially, if you pop it on a charger, your watch should even give you estimate how long it takes to charge up. So if you see this estimate, so you see, for example, it says 36 minutes to 90%, so that appears like good charging speed. But in reality, the watch will take insanely long time to charge, and this estimate will be totally incorrect. So by default, this watch should take around 1 hour and 20 minutes to fully charge. But for example, if yours is from the faulty batch, it will take around 2.5 hours to fully charge. So yeah, for example, mine is also affected with this problem, and it takes absolutely crazy long time to charge. So if you also see that your watch takes very long time to charge, you simply probably want to take a timer and see how long it actually is in real life, as this estimate again is totally incorrect. Do not believe that if yours is affected. I'm not entirely sure if this problem can be fixed with maybe some software update, as it appears more a hardware related problem. But yeah, if yours is also problematic, again, when you check online, there are tons of people reporting the same problem, so it appears very widespread problem. So first, what I would do, I would simply go in the wearable app and simply try to update this watch and see if that fixes. If it doesn't, I would probably return the watch and get basically from another batch. So personally, I'll be returning this watch. Again, mine, yeah, is definitely faulty as well. So you probably want to check for that on yours as well. And overall, is the new Samsung Galaxy Watch 9 actually worth it? And should you maybe get one? So if you're looking for the most powerful and smoothest Android Wear OS smartwatch, is also really the best build quality, then this is pretty much unbeatable. We are getting a proper sapphire glass display that is also mega bright. And really, when it comes to features and what it can do, it's really the best smartwatch in the world. So no other one can actually beat this watch. Okay, good luck.